Good afternoon, Bingoers. Katie Shesko here to commentate the losers bracket round 2 match between Gerudo Parseal Service and MapleZarek. I am by myself today, so I'm just going to take a moment to thank Jason for restreaming and for our runners. This should be an interesting match. We had to interrupt our discussion of Tears of the Kingdom to get started, but very excited to be here watching this match. So we waiting for the bingo board, which should be revealed shortly. But yeah, we have Gerudo Parseal Service, which is Crumpet and Taco Sensei, and MapleZarek is Maple Saber and Zarek. Very, very easy names to remember. And our runners now have the board, and we will see it on screen shortly. All right. So looking at it, Forgotten Temple Shrine. That one's not too bad. Quick Bliss Away. Complete the Super Gut Check Challenge. This one decided one of the bingo matches. That goal was in contention. It is a lot harder than anticipated because it's not just the one where you need 100 rupees. It's the one where you need 300 rupees. And I think our runners have determined that you kind of need some stamina food. Even with Rivali Scale, that was a hot contested square in a bingo match a week ago, I believe. Take Back the Seaside quest, not too bad. Barbarian Leg Wraps upgraded, again, not too bad. Free Nadra, not bad if you go in with preparation and a lot of arrows, or just be really good at shooting arrows. 20 targets in the flight range minigame. I believe you need to have Meadow done for that. Yeah, you do. So that is our one goal that requires a Divine Beast on the board. But that's not... It's a little challenging, but pretty doable for our runners. 10 Castle Koroks is one that we don't see very often, but can be very tricky if you don't already know where some of the Castle Koroks are. A couple of them are pretty easy, but a couple of them are kind of underneath in the lower levels of the castle, which can be challenging if you're looking at a map. Our Korok maps don't show what level things are on. So unless you kind of know where the 10 Castle Koroks are, that one can be deceptively tricky. I think the first one that we might see and will probably be contested at the very beginning is Game Over from a Guardian Laser. That's really easy to do on Plateau, so I think we're going to see a race for that one. 15 Akala Koroks is quite a few Koroks. Akala is kind of tricky. Some of them are spread out. There's quite a few around the Akala Tower, but once you start going out from there, they are kind of sparse and can be a little bit tricky movement-wise to get to, but it's not terrible, though it does have one of the hardest Koroks, I think, with the ridiculously long golf mini game over a Lionel. So that's one of those Koroks that I said I would never do 100 or 900 Koroks, and here I am learning the 100% route. So, activate the Woodland and Hatno Towers. That shouldn't be too terrible. Again, Quick Bliss. Interested to see if our runners just go straight for that, or hit one tower maybe on the way to getting the camera, because there is capture 69 compendium picks, which is a nice number. Little bit tricky, but not terrible. Because it can be anything, weapons, animals, monsters. So 69 is not terrible to get, but it does require the camera. So, our runner is going to pick up the camera and the Hatno Tower and then maybe do Woodland later, or are they just going to kind of rush just to get that tower, or get those 2 towers? Any Tough Meal, again, I think that might be the next one we'll see kind of contested. Zora Helm. Not hard to get, is at the top of Zora's domain in one of the little pools. But the question is always, do you go through fish drama to get the Zora armor so you can just swim up the waterfall? Or do you kind of go around the back way and climb and bliss your way up there to get it? But it's not hard. It's just, it is an inconvenient location unless you want to do a lot of climbing, a lot of wind bombs, or deal with fish drama. Sleep intended for beds, again, might work well with the Hatno Towers, with the Hatno Woodland Towers, because that'll give you some good jumping off points to get to the different stables for the different beds. And you can start that. For side quests, I would be shocked to see anything but the 4 Cocoa side quests. That is an easy one. You can buy 2 of the ingredients right in Kakariko. One you can easily get on Plateau. The Cursor Honeybee is right next to the old man's house. And, finding a, small animal that drops raw meat for the side quest. And you just talk to Coco a bunch of times and it's ready to go. And our runners are now off. So, like I said, let's see who gets to the get killed by a game over from Guardian Laser. Zarek is the first one to go off. There goes Maple. We see Crumpet going. Taco still paused, probably getting things out. We are dealing with a little bit of delay from Taco. So, and it looks like Zarek is going to be the one going for the game over from the Guardian Laser, warping right to the shrine, or to the bomb shrine. And there you go. First one on the board. I'm kind of surprised that Gerudo Parseal service didn't go after that. Probably thought it was better to just start doing other things. Crumpet is at Taco is now heading over to the bombs, but a little too late for that. So switching up and going elsewhere. But Crumpet is at the Any Percent Boko camp. Very popular for speedrunners who do bingo to go to this camp. I feel like people who do mostly bingos like to go to the old man's hut first. So it's kind of an interesting split to see who likes to go to the Boko camp right off at Temple Time and who likes to just go to the old man's house. Me personally, I like going to the old man's house. I like to get, if I know that I'm going to be hitting ore, I'll grab the Iron Sledgehammer, get the warm doublet, which will get you through most situations. Lots of different shrooms around there, plus the Cursor Bee Honey, and then you can get up to 10 bomb arrows. So, and it looks like Crumpet is going to be the first off of Plateau. Listening towards Satori Mountain, it looks like. Zarek opting to stop at the God statue and getting a second heart. Hearts can be very tricky to get in this game. Making sure that you have food to survive, wind bombs being hit by enemies is essential. Oh, and Taco is dead. Oh, for game over for Taco, unfortunate. Maple is heading towards... Looks like they were heading towards Castle, but I think they're heading more towards Woodland at this point. Looking at the sky, yeah, they are heading towards the Woodland Tower. And that is not surprising. So right now they're uncontested with that. Crumpet is, in fact, Satori Mountain, probably heading up towards Moglaton. It is such a great shrine for bingo. If you are inclined, you want to get the Forest Dweller's bow, you can. That's a pretty good bow early on. If not, if you just activate it, Moglaton, I always like to say, is a lot higher elevation-wise than you would originally think. It's a really good spot for bingos for blissing because it can get you pretty much almost anywhere you really need to and give you a pretty good advantage. And then, of course, Satori Mountain just has so much items, so much food, arrows, pretty much whatever you would need. There's a bunch of hardy durians, which are great for bingos if you want to take the time. Yeah, and Maple is heading towards the Woodland Tower, and going to get that. It looks like right now, no one else is contesting that. So it really seems like Gerudo Parseal Service is just kind of still doing their opening, getting a bunch of things. Oh, and activate the Woodland Tower. Oh, by itself was on there. Wow, that is a good synergy goal. I didn't even see that at first. That pairs well with the Woodland and Hatno Tower. So, and that's sending a signal to GPS that, like, hey, I've already got this tower. You know, it might be a waste of time to do Woodland and Hatno. So we have Zarek by the Trial of Thunder, but I think he is quickly going to leave. Just frustrating when you get close enough to that, and then you end up triggering the cutscene. You gotta wait through that little cutscene. So now Taco looks like he is fighting the Talus. Oh, and got the kill a normal stone Talus. Yeah, the one on Plateau is really easy, especially if you do get the Iron Sledgehammer. So that was a nice, another quick goal that MapleZarek wasn't even going for. So right now, each team's kind of going their own separate ways. Crumpet is still collecting all of those yummy shrooms, probably looking for a shroom. Got the iron shroom, looking for a shroom to do any tough meal. Yeah, warping, not warping back to the maybe going back to Moglaton. The other nice thing about Moglaton is that there is a diamond, a static diamond under a rock, not too far from the shrine itself, which is really helpful if you need money. I don't really see anything here that would require money. We do have the sunken treasure side quest. Yeah, there's really nothing on here. Maybe a little bit of rupees for the flight range. I can't remember how much that costs, but that is pretty minimal. That's not too bad. We do have Creamy Heart Soup, which I believe you do need milk for, which pairs well with some of the other Hatno goals. So I'm liking some of this energy I see on this board for sure. Alright, I'm trying to see where Zarek is at. Looks like he's looking for a place to bliss from. And yeah, Mabel's heading straight to the Hatno Tower, which is probably really smart. That's gonna give them a slight lead, which is always nice. You want to try to get those early goals and force the other team to do a bunch of the later goals. So Zarek is dealing with a bunch of chews that are chasing him. Yeah, always, you can never find chews when you need them. But when you don't need them, there's 20 of them attacking you. Alright, and there we go. Mabel has marked activate the Woodland and Hatno Towers. I'm kind of surprised that I don't see 4 side quests gone already. Taco is heading towards Theron. Oh yeah, take back the seed. That would be at Lurlin. So, yeah, I think that's where Taco is heading to do that. Interesting. I wouldn't think that that'd be one you'd want to do now. Getting the Theron Tower, it looks like. Oh no, just using it as a jumping off point. Okay. Well, to say, don't need the Farron Tower. I'm always hesitant to get towers in a lockout if you don't need them, just because it is requires, it's time that sometimes you don't have. We've seen goals being marked down to like fractions of a second. So, but Maple is now heading to Hatno. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to be picking up things for the Creamy Heart Soup, for possibly freeing Nadra. Hatno's a good jumping off point for that. Getting the camera to start doing compendium pictures. Oh, Taco is going to be selling some rubies, selling some of his gems. He has the bladed rhino beetle, so he's probably going to make the tough elixir. So probably picking a couple of things up to cook, which yeah, again, uncontested. Still not quite sure what Zarek is up to. Definitely hanging around the canyon, and I'm not quite sure why. I mean, maybe barbarian leg wraps. I can never remember where the leg wraps are. So, let me get the chat up for the stream. Okay, there's Adian. All right, Tough Meal wondering. All right. All right. Now that the chat up, I can actually participate with the chat a little bit. Anyway, yeah, Zarek might be heading towards the Hebra. Oh no, heading towards the Forgotten Temple Shrine. Not too difficult to do. You just kind of fly in. They make it look really scary, but yeah, really easy to just fly in. And Taco is in fact doing the Take Back the Sea side quest. Again, this one seems a little early. I would not expect it to go before something like 4 side quests. I mean, it is a side quest, so it would help with that, but yeah, I was not expecting to see it before a tough meal or a tough elixir. I thought Crumpet was gonna be getting one of those, but Crumpet is now heading towards the Bantha somewhere. And Maple looks like they're going to be freeing Nate. No? They were doing... Okay, so they're doing a shrine quest. Okay. That's what it is. They're doing a shrine quest. I was like, why are they getting the climbers? Climber's shirt, I think, is here? But yeah, that would be a shrine quest. So they got the Secret of the Cedars. Yeah, that's true, Mrs. Spock. The Take Back the Sea and the Sunken Treasure are from Lurland, so that means you would only have to do 2, which are the 2 that you can buy in Kakariko. So that does make sense. That does make sense. I would just be worried that, like, because of how quick for shrines or for side quests can go with Coco, that, like, I would want to rush that, but that's just me personally. It makes more sense. Oh, and Taco with the game over from the Goblin. Ugh. But yeah, MapleZarek now have the Forgotten Temple Shrine, and this is a 4-1 match. So Crumpet is in fact in Rito Village. Probably about to do Meadow so that you can do the 20 targets in flight range. again, and now that he's here, we're gonna do the cooking. So there's the tough meal. And oh no, okay, so the beetle that he had was not the one for the tough elixir. So yeah, I hope Crumpet knows where the targets are. That's it. You would think it's not a very tricky minigame, but it can be if you're not familiar with doing it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you have to do Meadow first before before you can do the minigame. Looks like he's gonna be selling some stuff to fund some clothes. And now we have Zarek heading towards Dueling Peaks. And Maple into the Lost Woods. Interesting. Trying to figure out. Okay, Taco's doing the Yavrin Shrine. Or at least has marked it. I'm kind of confused as to why Maple... Yeah, why Maple's in Korok Forest? I mean, to maybe do the Shrine Quest, but like, there are faster ones, I think, than Korok Forest. Some of those are really slow. Crumpet's taking the gliding minigame. Okay. I'm just... Why is he taking the gliding minigame? Interesting. I am just fascinated by... I'm just fascinated by our team's choices here. Let's see, Zarek is... Oh yeah, there's Kakariko. I think we're heading towards Kakariko with that. Oh, there's a free bed in Korok Forest. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm curious as to why Crumpet is going for the Wind Bomb. This is really easy to get what you need. But no, Maple is going for some of the shrine quests in Korok Forest. Okay, got the 500 meters. Okay, the 500 meters in the gliding minigame. All right. I missed that in my perusing of the board. Okay, that makes a lot more sense why you would be doing that. Taco and my favorite bingo shrine, Kamya Talk. Kind of doing it the no speed run way. I usually just like to wind bomb over that. But there's a lot of good things in Kamya Talk. You get an Edge of Duality, you get a couple of the Guardian Swords, there's a Knight's Broadsword, plus the Diamond, there's even more. It's a really good shrine right off a plateau with a lot of really good weapons, especially for an early bingo. So it is a popular one. Maple now starting again to do the Trial of the Wood shrine quest. Alright, Taco is back at Lurlin, probably to turn in that quest. Again, some of these I'm surprised we're seeing before others. turning in the Take Back the Sea and also doing the Sunken Treasure. Let's see, did Maple get... Okay, Maple failed that again. Going to be trying that again. And Zarek is trying to figure out where Zarek's at. See what he might be working on. Got the Iron Shroom. Interesting. Maple keeps voiding out, unfortunately. And Taco taking the raft out to the Sunken Treasure side quest. Surprised he didn't mark Take Back the Sea yet. But he might not have turned it in. And okay, Zarek got raw prime meat. Is he trying to... No? Is he trying to get just meat? Interesting. Because I don't think he's trying to mount it. Alright. Maple finally got to the shrine without voiding out. So you got one shrine quest there. He didn't get the other... He didn't get the shrine in the middle of Korok Forest. And definitely not going for bed. See, this is probably where I would, like, start to go for bed. Alright, and Taco has now, got it. Picking up the rest of the stuff. There's some good stuff in the Sunken Treasure area. Get some gems and... to 3. But GPS definitely has a good lead on some of these goals. Maple looks like up in Zora's domain, probably going to get the Zora Helm. Eating, yeah, Zora Helm snipe incoming, because Crumpet is also up in Zora's, so it's gonna be a race to the top. I don't... Is Zarek gonna go for... Zarek might be going for Fish Drama. Now, you don't have to listen to all of Fish Drama, just some of it, but still it's Fish Drama. Yeah, I don't know if Crumpet Wind Bombs or not. And if not, it's gonna be at a disadvantage. Yeah, it looks like Zarek is gonna go for Fish Drama. It's not a bad idea. It sometimes just feels faster than trying to climb up. But Crumpet is, like, more towards the top and might just be able to run there. That's good routing on his part for sure. Getting towards the top and then just running there. So by doing that, he's probably going to get the Zora's Helm before Zarek can even get the Zora armor. So that's a good... Crumpet had some really good routing, and I think that's what's gonna win him the Zora Helm. Taco is still puttering around with probably Take Back the Sea. Yeah, heading back towards that direction.
Awake.
And Saber is now talking to Impa, probably getting ready to start the
I am much older.
start the camera quest. You do need to talk to Impa first.
Remember me,
Yeah,
don't
possibly Coco. Impa is the gatekeeper of all things in this game. I feel like a lot of things don't happen until you talk to Impa, like the dragons spawning. And there we have it. We have one of our another snipe. No, our first snipe is the Zora helm for GPS. Just eking out MapleZarek by a couple of minutes. Yeah, Zarek went for the fish drama. I think Crumpet had the better idea of going up and around. It's very it's just, do you have a better location to get to the top and just walk across? Crumpet had really good, you know, bug limit strats there for that. And even so, wind bombing trying to get up there can be very tricky. So yeah, it looks like Taco went and got a couple of good weapons to help aid in doing Take Back the Sea. And yeah, and Zarek is still kind of stuck in fish drama. We just gotta wait. He just has to wait, which is very frustrating. You already lost the goal, and now you're stuck. And we're at 5-4, so this is still really anyone's game. We are really close. And Maple is now changing the time of day, probably about to go talk to Coco and start doing those side quests, which, I think Taco had the better idea of doing these 2 side quests and preparation for the 4, but with how fast the 4 Coco are, Maple might actually be able to get it, but no, maybe it's not even on their radar. So I will be right back. All right. Crumpet back at Rito. Are we going to see Meadow soon? I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks like Maple is now going to be selling a couple of things. You don't need much. I think you need like 25 rupees. Oh, and they're going to do Arrows of Burning Heat. Interesting. I mean, hey, if you, and selling the climbing boots. Wow. Yeah, getting arrows. Interesting. Okay. I mean, that makes sense, if you don't have the coarser bee honey or the raw meat. Makes sense that you would pick up, and there's so many side quests here in Kakariko. Oh, and the strat of getting two arrows, or 2 torches with 1 arrow, that is nice. That is nice. I did not know that you could do that. That's impressive. Be in Central at night to get the beetle. Yeah. There's beetles that you can get here in CAC too, so. Alright, Taco back in Lurlin. Think he got the quest. Just now he needs to turn it in. Realizing talking to the wrong guy. I don't know. Oh, there we go. So that is Sunken Treasure, now complete. And we are tied up. If Taco could just find the guy. Or just go stay at the inn and then start the 10 beds. Oh, there we go, there we go. Yeah, it is late in game. Maple doing playtime with Katla for the second. Yeah, I mean, that's a solid strat to do those two. If you don't have the raw meat and the cursor bee honey. Because you can buy the first two ingredients. You need a swift carrot and you need some butter. Let's see. So yeah, Taco is now just resting in a bed. I mean, that's one of the goals. So and Crump is trying to see where they're heading. That like towards Lanayru, possibly towards 15 Akala. Yeah, because that's the Lanayru Tower, but on the other side is Akala. So, and there we go. Take Back the Sea officially off the board, and GPS is now ahead, 6-5. So yeah, this is still anyone's match for sure. And there goes 4 side quests, so now we're tied. We're tied here. How exciting. Yeah, so now we're getting it towards the end of like of the easy stuff. I think the only other quote easy would be the tough elixir. You just need a beetle. You need a specific beetle and a monster part. Which beetle that is, I cannot remember. But we also have Kill a Black Hinox, again, which wouldn't be too hard if you have a couple of good weapons, which Taco has. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's where Taco's heading next, is to find a Black Hinox. I think there is one over in this general area, but I could be wrong. Yeah, 10 Castle Koroks again isn't terrible. If you kind of know where some of them are. Some of them can be a little bit tricky. Some of them are a little bit easy. So it's not the worst goal in the world. Maple heading back to Woodland. All right, and we have Crumpet in Akala now. Is he going to start doing the 15 Koroks? Or is he blissing? Oh, okay. Might be starting the Koroks. I was thinking blissing, but I don't think the leg wraps are in this labyrinth. So yeah, 15 isn't bad. Especially since it looks like Crumpet's going to be like starting towards the back and maybe working his way more towards Central Hyrule. It is a little time consuming, and some of the Akala Koroks can be a little bit spread apart and can be a little bit tricky to get, but there are quite a few around the tower, so it makes it not terrible. And I wonder if Taco maybe saved that, thinking that there was going to be a tough elixir for saving them. But yeah, I love a close match. All right, so Zarek is now in Castle. Are we going to be seeing some Castle Koroks? He's stuck in the wall. No, there we go. Not fully loaded. Getting the Royal Claymore. Oh, and didn't get the sneak strike before the cutscene played. Oh, that's frustrating. Alright, it's hard to see where Maple is heading because it is storming for them. Let's hope that they don't get caught. Taco is in Farron right now. Probably looking for a beetle. Farron is notorious for having a lot of beetles. I think that there are probably easier places to get them, but Farron is a good place. All right. So yeah, Zarek probably picking up a couple of good items while in there. I'd be curious to see if we are gonna. Oh, and got sniped by the Lizelle. Zarek. Oh, how frustrating. Taco is sneaking around, trying to catch some beetles. And I'm trying to figure out exactly where Maple's to see what he might be working on. I don't know if those beetles spawn in Farron. Because for the tough elixir, you need the rugged rhino beetle. Yeah, I would think that they're easier to find elsewhere. Farming for beetles in Farron, I feels like trying to herd cats. I've never... And Maple is now on top of the Akala. No, I'm sorry. The Hebra Labyrinth, probably getting those barbarian leg wraps. However, with the barbarian leg wrap, you do need... You need a Lionel horn. So you are gonna have to fight a Lionel to get that. To upgrade it. Yeah, South of Lurlin is Beetle Central. I thought you could get a beetle, a rugged rhino beetle in CAC, but no, you can't get one in CAC. But yeah, I think like Satori is probably, I would think, easier than trying to do Farron. Alright, oh, and Crumpet keeps on trying to get this shrine. Maple is quickly running out of food, unfortunately. I think he fell down in the wrong spot to get this one. Unless he happens to know it casually. This is one of those ones that you could actually get casually if you have the map, because you can actually follow the maze, which used to be my strat until I learned where you can jump down to just get it. So, all right, Adam got a warm darner. Oh yeah, probably still working on those Akala Koroks. And where is Maple? Or where is Zarek heading? Oh, hit the speed cap. I hate when that happens when you, when you're blissing. It's so frustrating. It's like, I was here. So yeah, it looks like... And again, frustrating, keep hitting the speed cap. Taco's probably looking up where to get these beetles. The rugged rhino beetle is such a pain to get. Zarek back into Bantha though. And yeah, Crumpet is still just working on these Akala Korok. Taco probably getting very frustrated about this beetle. I mean, there's a guaranteed spawn next to Riverside Stable. Okay. Is Zarek like, I thought Zarek... No, maybe Zarek didn't have Burrito Village. I thought Zarek did, but... I mean, Meadow's a good, solid choice. But yeah. See Maple heading back plateau. All right. Taco's now looking, thinking, where can I get this beetle? I have spent many a minute looking for a beetle, for a rugged rhino beetle, for a tough elixir. It's one of the harder beetles to get for sure. It's very frustrating. Yeah, Taco's like... Now there is one that spawns on the tree right by this stable. But it can be tricky to get. And I feel like, I don't know, it doesn't always spawn for me, but... If Crumpet goes for AO7, that's it. They win. Yeah, Lurlin does have quite a few. However, according to the object map, it doesn't have the rugged rhino beetle, which is the one you need for the which is the one that you need for a tough elixir. Now I'm not saying that the object map is 100% correct, but according to the object map, there are none in Lurlin. Okay, we might want to update the object map. It's your go-to? Okay, that's good to know because, like I said, I'm looking at the object map and it's not popping up on there, so I'll have to keep that in mind for next time because that's a more safe spawn, I think. Okay, so that's a dynamic spawn. That would be why. Okay, that would make sense. See, I don't trust dynamic spawns for myself because I swear they never work for me. And Maple! Excuse me, Maple now in Kamya Talk. Like I said, I love Kamya Talk. You get a lot of good weapons early on, get some ancient parts. It's such a good shrine. Alright, Taco is now at Castle. Taco now going to be doing Castle Koroks. And there's the cutscene. It always amazes me like how late that cutscene sometimes plays. Let's see. So Crumpet's now at 6 Koroks. Getting there, only 9 more. Okay, I don't think we're gonna be seeing... Oh, that was a nice wind bomb there. Going to the spring, which is nice. Alright, Maple is now prepared to do the Lionel. They have a speed up food. I don't know. I would be tempted, especially with how much traveling that they've already done, to just get it some attack up food real quick. It's really worth it when you're fighting these things, especially in a bingo when you don't have a whole lot. Taco trying to get this Korok. This Korok is such a pain. But going for the 10 Koroks. Trying not to get sniped by the Guardian at the same time. By 2 Guardians at this point. Ugh, very frustrating. The trick is to aim right at the level of the far wall. That's a good trick to know. That's a good trick to know. Alright, Zarek is slowly making their way towards Gerudo Village, so I think we might be seeing Meadow soon. Maple still chugging at this Lionel. Almost on. There we go. And that is it. GG on the Lionel. Yeah. If you have the Ancient Bow. Are we really gonna go farm for the Ancient Bow for just 1 core? Oh, ooh, that was close, Taco. That was close. Oh, and we just saw a safety save from Zarek before doing this Hinox. Ooh. Again, if you're already in Rito, like in Tabantha, I would be tempted to just go get the Mighty Thistle from the Great Fairy to just make doing some of these big boys a little bit easier. Especially because, like, he touches you with his toe and you die like that. Like, ugh, how frustrating. How frustrating. Like, you get just tapped with his toe and you're, like, dead. It is one powerful Hinox. And Taco skillfully dodging those lasers. I'm impressed. Alright. Oh, so good. But chugging along on those Koroks. Alright. Zarek trying to back away a little bit more to avoid, oh, and again! One shot! Oh, how frustrating. How frustrating. Yeah, they're all working on separate goals, so, like, this is just gonna keep the game close. So we're gonna see some interesting choices. Oh, and Taco getting sniped by the Guardian. Oh, how frustrating. How frustrating. Alright, Zarek attempts number 3 at this Hinox. And Maple is going to be upgrading this Barbarian Lake wrap. Oh, and again, just immediately getting targeted. Especially on this wall. It's so, ugh. Not a good respawn point for Taco at all. Alright. Trying to get that. There we go. Get that Korok. Yeah, I'm interested to see where Maple's gonna go next, for sure. Who knows? Thinking. I mean, because he knows that Zarek is working on Kill the Black Hinox. I mean, Creamy Hearty Soup, I would think would be next because they have Hatno. So, but you do need a hydro. Oh, yeah, you need a hydromelon too, and a volt fruit. So that is going to require a trip to Gerudo, which might pair well with the sapphire circlet. So. Yeah, Taco's struggling with these 10 castle Koroks. I think the challenge sometimes with the inside ones are if you aren't familiar, the map for finding the inside Koroks is not helpful. You kind of have to be familiar with where they are. Yeah, you don't need much else. You just got to get to Gerudo Desert. But if you're thinking, all right, we're up 8 to 6. They haven't marked, GPS hasn't marked a goal in a little bit. 11, like in 20 minutes or so. Jason, we have a question. I don't know if you saw it in the bingo sync. Yeah, there's they haven't marked something in 20 minutes, so that means they're probably working on something. You just gotta hope it's not what you're working on. So you could kind of start getting ready to do Sapphire Circlet, but I think Maple's in the best spot to do the Creamy Heart Soup. It's not that bad. All right, and Zarek is now. No, we don't have to listen to Zelda's TED Talk. This is not Zora. At Gerudo Village. Probably getting ready to do Meadow. Looks like Taco's heading to the castle from Plateau. Crumpet is still just chugging along on these Akala Koroks. Again, some of them aren't difficult, but they are kind of spread out, so it does make it a little bit challenging. Yeah, you need to do Meadow. You have to do Meadow, and you have to pick up the Geb. Or else it won't spawn. Don't ask me how I know that information. It totally wasn't because I tried to do it without getting the Geb. I was trying to go fast and ended up going really slow. Totally not that. But Taco is now in Wasteland, heading towards... Gerudo. All right. Yeah, Maple was going for mounting the creatures, but you need quite a bit of stamina for the giant horse. That's also not a terrible goal to be going for right now. Again, I'm kind of surprised Maple already has Hatno and could easily get the tech lab and the camera and start working on 69 pictures. I don't know. I have a hard time with the mounting creatures. So I'd probably be more likely to go for camera. I think 9 creatures is technically faster. But I don't know. I haven't had to capture 69 compendium picks, so I really don't know how fast I would be. Probably not as fast as I think, but... And... Alright. Taco going for the stone talent? Possibly for the money? Eating some food. Yeah, I'm surprised that Tough Elixir and Creamy Heart Soup haven't been done at this point, knowing what's left. I'm a little shocked, to be honest. Oh, Taco got a spear. What a great idea for this talus, and to remember that this talus is easier with a spear. Super smart. Super smart. Alright, picking up all those yummy gems. Be plenty for whatever they want to buy. So are they starting to go for a flint for the Sapphire Circlet? Possibly. Definitely want to try to pick up some static flint. There are a couple of easy ones. But yeah, getting the flint can be tricky. Getting the flint could be tricky. But maybe he's thinking, like, I'm already here. I can pick up a Volt Fruit and Hydromelon to do the Creamy Heart Soup. Heading straight to Gerudo. Alright, Maple now has some stamina stuff going to tame the giant horse, and that would be one creature for them. Crumpet should be coming up on 15 Croc pretty soon. Is he looking for a rock? Yeah, needs Flint gets the diamonds. Like, what is this RNG for Taco? I mean, there are a handful of static. There's one on Plateau. There's one across from the Hebra Tower, whatever stable that is. I can never remember what that one is. There's one at the Hebra stable. Like, there are a handful of static flint. Zarek might also be going for flint. I mean, that's one of those ones that you kind of start picking up as you go around. Is he gonna get the Volt Fruit? Are we gonna see it? Yeah, picked up the Volt Fruit. Nice. Now I just need the Hydromelon. And then to get to Hat now. Those are like the hard things that you need. Looking for the Hydromelon though. Wait, Crumpet just needs one more Acalicora. Almost there. Zarek is still hunting some gems. Looking for that flint. Yeah, the Royal is Zelda's white horse. Which is off of Satori Mountain. Which is the other one that you definitely need some, a lot of extra stamina for. Alright, and now, Maple has the bear, so we're at 2 mounts. Swinging Moblin dodged the arrow. So yeah, both horses are different mounts, and Sidon and Tiba still count as mounts. That might change for after the tournament, but we're always very we never like to change the rules for goals mid-tournament. It just keeps it fair and easy for everyone. Oh no, it's fine, MJ. I can talk a lot. And then I don't have to feel bad for interrupting. I appreciate chat helping keep track of everything. Cannot mount a Stalnox yet. I don't think so. I think that counts. All right, and that is 15 Akala Koroks, and, you know, we're getting closer to tying. No, sand seals do not count. You essentially things that you can ride that you have to tame and mount, with the exception of Tiba and Sidon, since you ride on their back. So, all right, Zarek getting some arrows. Are we gonna? No, we gonna see Meadow yet? Maybe, maybe. Vlad and I were doing this dance of, oh, are they gonna do this? They're definitely gonna go do this, and then the teams didn't. Nope, nope. Zarek keeps proving me wrong. Zarek keeps proving me wrong and not doing Meadow. Which, I mean, I think is fair at this point. There are other ones that I think are a little bit easier to do, but I don't know. That is a tricky mini game for sure. Yeah, whatever you're thinking, yeah, we're doing the opposite. It's exactly like, this is the logical thing to do next based on where you're going, and then you just up and leave, and then... Yeah, and the bingo cheat sheet has a very nice list of the mountable creatures. The bingo cheat sheet is such a great resource for bingos. Anytime that there's something that has, mount X number of creatures, there's a list of the creatures that are mountable per the rules. Here's how many rupees you need for the different mini games, the Sheikah sensor upgrades, all that little stuff. Lionel also counts, yeah. There are 2 kind of bears. So there are 12 mounts total in the game. The horse, the giant horse, the royal horse, Lord of the Mountain, Stall horse, the mountain buck, the mountain doe, the Honeywore bear, the Grizzle Maw bear, Lionel, Tiba, and Sidon. Now that is according to current Bingothon tournament rules. There is discussion about changing that a little bit, but yeah, the Grizzle is in the cold weather. So you have the Honeywore, which you find in the forest. The Grizzle is up in like the cold regions of Hebra. So, all right, and we have Zarek on plat, it looks like. Yeah, going back towards the old man's house. Probably getting the warm doublet, yeah. That way you only need 1 item of Rito to buy for having 2 layers of cold protection. Like I said, this is one I normally get. And then Maple got another mount. We got the buck. Talk about everyone's other favorite shrine, Kaya 1. The little forest has so many food things to pick up. It's really nice. All right. And Crumpet. Oh, Crumpet is going for the rugged rhino beetle. And got it. Nice. Yeah, just checking now. Just needs a monster part of some sort, which I think he has. I was trying to peruse it. Yes, definitely has a monster part. Has a couple. Doing a safety save just in case. I hope he remembers that you gotta have... Yeah. So that's the second safety save we've seen in this, and there goes the tough elixir. Yeah, they could get to 9 pretty quick now, so... Yeah, I'm surprised that, like, no one's really going for the bet. I think for some of the last ones left, that one's not that hard. There's quite a few stables in the general, like, Dueling Peaks, Lanegru region that aren't too far. Ooh, the lag stop for Taco. How frustrating. Lanegru can be so laggy. I try to either look up or down when in Lanegru because I don't know. I just feel like it's nothing but lag. Yeah, 10 beds would make... yeah, I'm just surprised that no one was really getting the beds a little bit at a time. They were all kind of in areas where they could easily get beds. So... Maple's kind of going around Eldon. Heading towards Kala? Yeah, because that's the Lanayru Tower. So they're heading up towards Akala, but there's really nothing left. Interesting. And it looks like they lost the Bliss, I think. Oh, that's so frustrating when you do that. Alright, Taco. Hitting the poor horse. What the... Alright. Yeah, and sleeping would be an autosave, which is really nice. Is Crumpets now in Rito? Ooh. Got the wind bomb, it was a little low. I'm confused as to, we have both, like, MapleZarek, both of them are in the Zora region. And I'm confused as to why? And Taco attempting a BTB. Taco's been having some movement issues in the last little bit. Technically got the BTB, but it didn't really go anywhere. I think he's just giving up. Which, fair. I think we've all been there trying to do a trick and it just fails and you're like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna go back and do it a different way. Alright. It looks like Crumpet slept in a bed. I think that's one for him. Yeah, Taco only has one Korok from Castle. I think he gave up on that goal. Again, like, Creamy Hearty Soup, I'm surprised it's still on the board at this point. It doesn't require much. Maple's now doing Fish Drama. Oh, he's doing Fish Drama. He's gonna mount Sidon. He's gonna mount Sidon. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a fair choice. That's a fair choice. But yeah, no, because Zarek was doing the mounts. No, that was Maple. Yeah, I'm sorry. Maple was doing the mounts. My notes were right. So yeah, you gotta go through Fish Drama so you can get to the point where you can mount Sidon. So you need to have the 28 shock arrows. Like, I don't know, like, Sidon's probably the last one I would do. I would go for... Because you do need to have the 20 shock arrows. Maybe, yeah, that's... I have... Maple has 3 mounts, yeah. That's my count as well. Alright, so Crumpet is now doing the bed rounds, which I think is a good choice. Which should be 2 by my count. Taco's now heading to Hatno, probably to get the milk for the creamy heart soup. And again, I think that's a good choice. That's going to put them up 10 to 8. I had 2, but I might have missed a couple. So it's very possible I missed a couple. Watching 4 streams at once is a lot. And I had to take a second to drink some coffee, though I am now out of coffee, so. Yeah, I think he stopped at more stables, but he hasn't slept at the stables. But definitely gonna be getting a third. Like, Crumpet is now focused on this goal, and I think that's a good way to go. Alright, Taco now has the milk. So again, for that goal, you need a hydromelon, volt fruit, fresh milk, and a hardy radish. Oh, that's probably why Taco also stopped at Kaya 1 is to get a hardy radish. So, yeah, creamy heart soup incoming from Taco. And I'm kind of surprised. I think Maple could have had that a lot earlier. Because Maple had been in Hatno much earlier. So a quick run to Gerudo would have solved that, would have gotten them another goal. And there's the creamy heart soup. And GPS has now taken the lead. Alright. Looks like Zarek is heading up towards Hebra, probably to free Nadra. I think, given what's left, not a terrible play. Like I said, complete the Super Gut Check Challenge. One of the races came down to that. Or it didn't come down to that. It was done. And one runner had struggled with it for like 40 minutes. They lost a lot of time, ended up not getting it. They got sniped. So... it's not an easy goal for sure. You need to go in with quite a bit of stamina food. So I understand why that one hasn't been done. The Tank House of Koroks is a little bit surprising at this point. Alright. Crumpet is registering her horse, probably to get to some of these stables a little bit easier. Knocking over Beetle in the process. I respect that. Beetle can be a pain sometimes. And that is bed 3. I might have missed one though, looking at what MapleZarek was up to. Alright, Taco is now in CAC. Oh, it's 4 now. Okay, I did miss one. Thank you, Jason. Alright, Maple Saber does have the shock arrows. And now going to be mounting Sidon. And that'll be 4 mounts for them. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what Taco is working on. Looks like to talk to Impa, so are we going to see 69 compendium pictures? I think so. That's the only thing that you need to talk to Impa for here. And he's just gonna be, yeah. Oh, Maple had a fairy. I think in order to like warp away from here, you gotta just do that. Wait till you get the warp point, and then you can leave. Or wait for the slow death. Sidon's like, why are you just sitting here? He doesn't even care. Yeah, you can't. That is, I think you pretty much either have to die or you have to just complete it and then warp away. Yeah, Taco got really scared off the Castle Koroks. It can be intimidating if you don't know where they're at. So
get it together.
And yeah, Maple's kind of stuck. He's kind of already started. Yeah, gotta run away. Sidon's like, come on! You said we were doing this! Yeah, I really think Taco's not gonna go for the 69 compendium picks. Because that's the only other thing you need Impa for. And I believe he has the Hatno shrine, so that makes getting back to Hatno really easy. And then Crumpet had another bed that's 5, so halfway there. And Zarek is now attempting to free Nadra, so we're gonna see this happen. I mean, smart getting the Rito pants. Yeah, the remaining options are looking long, especially because free Nadra is going to be gone by the time Crumpet and Taco are dying. Sapphire Circlet is the only one that's, quote, not hard. It's just you gotta rely on a little bit of Flint RNG. You can farm quite a bit of Flint, and if I remember correctly, you can farm all 10. It does require quite a bit of travel, but there are quite a few Flint in Korok Forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you can definitely farm all the Flint you need. There's 4 in Korok Forest. There's 1 up in the Akala, or I'm sorry, the Hebra Labyrinth. There are 4 in Theron. Yeah, they're all working on separate goals. So that's there's 2 in the Dueling Peaks area, 1 on Plateau. Like, you can farm the 10 Flint that you need. You're going to be traveling quite a bit over the map, but you can farm the 10 Flint. And at this point, that's probably what I would go for. Yeah, I think this is going to be a long match. I should have brought a second cup of coffee with me. To be fair, my first cup that I came down was half full. I should have brought like another full coffee. Alright, Nadra is now free, so we are tied back at 9-9. And again, this is really anyone's game. I think GPS has a slight advantage just because they're a little bit more further along with a couple of these goals. But yeah, I think they're at a slight advantage, but it's still really anyone's game. Talk about a Flint. Alright. Maple back on Satori Mountain. Getting some food. Crumpet. Now Blissing. Yeah, Taco's kind of wandering around the Dueling Peaks area for some of these ores. These ores have a decent RNG chance for Flint. He's gotten a couple Flint, so I think that's what he's working on now. How many Flint does he have? He's got 5 Flint. All right. Honestly, at that point, he's gonna have 6. You can farm the rest in Farron. They're in various chests around Farron. They're pretty grouped together. So, Flint is underneath in the chest. This is a Flint that I frequently get. And I am going to do a little tiny bit of self-promotion. I'm gonna have my blessed Flint. Let's all send good Flint RNG to Taco. Alright. Oh, Maple got lucky with the Lord of the Mountain. Hopefully they have enough stamina. It does take quite a bit of stamina for the Lord of the Mountain. Is it not spawning in, though? Oh, looking for it, and it disappeared. Oh, no! Maple, how frustrating. It's the Lord of the Mountain and then just disappeared. Yeah, it'll come back, but still. There you go. It's still frustrating, because it's a little bit of time lost. You know, you're tied up. You want to force this to go as long as it can. You want to hope that your opponents aren't working on this. So, it's just like, even if it comes back, you're like, it's just, I want it. There. Alright, do they have... Oh, no. Yeah, the Lord of the Mountain requires quite a bit of... And with that, it is gone. How frustrating for Maple. How frustrating. Alright, Taco's getting some amazing RNG. Like, Taco's getting some amazing RNG. 8. Like, he farmed 8. That's amazing. And a couple, like a diamond, too. By my count, Maple has 4 mounts. But, Jason probably has the official count. Yes, you do have to tame it. If it's something that is tameable, it has to be tamed. That is except for Lionel's. You do have to... Lionel's do not have to be tamed because you can't tame a Lionel. But I believe you have to, like, stay on long enough for it to kick you off. 4 mounts. Okay, thank you. My mount is correct. I might be wrong with how many beds Crumpet has slept in because I have been very fascinated with Maple's trying to get Lord of the Mountain and Taco's RNG. Going to the Shrine of Resurrection, so probably about to get the static one on Plateau. No, it's 5. Okay. Okay, got the Lionel. Yeah, I also forgot that Maple did the Lionel earlier. Oh, and Crumpet, game over to failing a wind bomb. That's frustrating. Hopefully he has a pretty generous autosave. Maple climbing a tree, probably looking for... Oh, looking for the white stallion. And then... blowing himself up. I think we've all been there. Zarek is back at Rito. Are we gonna see Meadow now? No. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's in Zarek's head. I've given up trying to figure out where Zarek is going. I think Taco's trying to find possibly one more flint. Just needs one more. Maple's struggling with this white stallion, which can be such a pain in the butt sometimes. I'm not quite sure what Zarek is doing here in like this region of Tabantha / Hebra. All right, Taco. Not quite sure where Taco's going. I don't think that there are any flint down there. No, farmable flint, I should say. There's ore deposits. Alright. Maple is now back at Moglaton. Is he gonna attempt Lord of the Mountain again? Is Lord of the Mountain even active right now? I didn't think so. No, yeah. Lord of the Mountain can be very finicky. Alright, Crumpet is at another bed. That's 7 by my count, but like I said, it's very possible I missed 1 or 2 watching Taco and Maple. Zarek's looking for ore? An axe is probably one of the worst weapons to try to do the ore. It's so frustrating. It takes so many hits from the axe. It's like not even worth it. But he got a flint, so I think Zarek's also going to be trying to do the sapphire circlet. I think Taco is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Crumpet's counting possibly how many beds he slept in. Crumpet got all beds? Okay, there we go. Yeah, Crumpet got the 10 beds. Definitely missed a couple while the other ones were happening. So we're at 10 to 9. I think what is Taco? Did he talk to the guy? He's not going to be able to get the clothes unless he starts the quest. Yeah, I think maybe that's what Crumpet's trying to figure out right now. Like, what do I go for now? I don't know how comfortable Crumpet is with 10 castle Korok. Or, like, he doesn't really have CAC. So does he try to start doing pictures? Does he go do Meadow? Like, I don't know. I think I would either try to brute force 10 castle Koroks, or I would just go for the 69 compendium picks. I would hope that it doesn't come down to Super Gut Check Challenge, because that one is a pain in the butt. Yeah, see, I would probably go for compendium pictures. That's what I'm more comfortable with. I don't know if Taco talked to... Taco started this quest or not. I could be wrong. But yeah, well, let's see where Crumpet heads up. Yeah, see, yeah, you gotta talk. Taco. Taco got all the way to Karakara and realized he didn't talk to the guy. Definitely have never done that. Never. I'm a professional. Yeah. I was wondering if he was gonna notice. Did all that to get to Gerudo, or to get to Karakara and didn't talk to the guy. Alright. Maple's back by the old man's house. What are they? Okay, they're doing just a little bit of cooking. Probably getting more Endura stuff for potential mounts. I think the only one that they would need it for, like the only ones that need are the giant horse. Yeah, they're going back to Moglitons for the white horse. You definitely need more stamina for the white horse. Okay, now Taco is heading towards Karakara with a much better wind bomb this time. Yeah, now we have a mount battle. I didn't see him mount anything, but he might be. He mounted a deer. Okay. I was very distracted by Taco. Forgetting to talk to the creepy dude trying to get into Gerudo. I mean, if Crumpet knows where the mounts are faster, Crumpet might actually get it. Picked up some Endura stuff, knowing that you gotta get some. Crumpet might be able to... I mean, Maple already has 5, so Crumpet would have to move fast and get really lucky and not have any issues with his mounts to do this. So I unfortunately think that this is going to be a waste of time for GPS. I think Maple's going to get it. Not saying that Crumpet can't, I just think it's unlikely. Alright, but Taco's now about to head into Gerudo. Looking very cute. And about to get the Sapphire Circlet, which is gonna snipe it from Zarek. Zarek has been trying to collect Flint for a little bit. So... Alright. Giving the Flint over. Thank you, Squirrel. Appreciate it. Getting the Sapphire. I'm always like, let me make sure that I checked the correct one. And there's a Sapphire Circlet. So, yeah. What does Taco do now? Like, what's Taco gonna do? Is he gonna maybe try to go do the 10 Castle Koroks again? Dude just ran right at them. Like, you almost have to. The last couple are super long. Because 20 targets in flight range is going to require Meadow, which no one's done. Zarek may be doing it now? I don't know. I feel like I've been saying that for like an hour. Is Zarek doing Meadow now? Like, is Zarek going to do Meadow now? I don't. He's in Reno. Maybe. He has, like, clothes and stuff. So he could. But will he? I don't know. He's been proving me wrong this entire bingo, so I've given up. I've given up. Yeah. I mean... Yeah, they need, like, almost the rest of the board. So, I don't know. Taco's heading back towards Castle. That's where his Bliss is going. So, Taco might be attempting this. Taco might be attempting this. I'm not quite sure what Crumpet is doing. Blissing? I don't know where. But yeah, I think Taco's gonna do the 10 Castle Koroks. I mean, he's technically started. Alright. Maple is going to be doing... Meadow. Alright, Taco has another Castle Korok. So Maple's gonna be doing Meadow. Yeah, we don't get the Zelda TED Talk. Maple talked to Impa a long time ago. It's finally, but I thought it would be Zarek. Zarek has been in Rito like so many times at this point. So, I think Taco's feeling a little bit more confident. We're at 3 Koroks for Taco. I mean, I heard that there's talk of a Breath of the Wild online soon. Which would be interesting. I thought I saw some talk. Crumpet may be going... Crumpet might be going for a gut check challenge. Unfortunately lost the Bliss, which is frustrating, but... that's possible. You need quite a few rupees to be able to do that. And he's gonna... I think I saw him making some stamina food, so... Yeah. I mean, if they can... They've given up on the mounts. I'm not quite sure what Zarek's doing. Zarek's been... AFK? They have to be within the castle, yes. Yeah, Zarek must be looking up something. Crouch and hide. Crouch and hide. Right. Yeah, Crumpet's definitely heading towards gut check. It's just such a... It's just far away, and it's gonna be challenging. I hope he pulls it off. I hope he pulls it off. Okay. And I just realized that Jason tagged me a little bit ago. But yeah, the super gut check is rough. Is rough.
One more. Perfect.
It definitely, like I said, was the bane of teams in one of the previous tournament matches. Because it's just, it's rough. Yeah, we've gotten real spicy real fast. Taco's now at 4 Castle Koroks. Kind of surprised not going for the one at the top of the spire. that would be one of the first ones I would go for. You can get pretty close to the top from Mogleton, from Mogleton. And then you can glide down and get a couple Koroks that way. That's where I would start. So I'm surprised Taco hasn't done that yet. Yeah, that match was so tough. That was a rough match. And gut check challenge, super gut check challenge, which I didn't even know was a thing. Definitely very challenging. All right, Maple. Okay, Maple is not going to be... well, that's another mount. So that's 6 mounts by my count. 7. Okay. I might have missed one. But doing Meadow. So Maple's doing Meadow. And now we're seeing some movement from Zarek.
That's it.
Excuse me. Alright. Alright, Crumpet. Yeah, definitely heading towards gut check. I'm surprised, but it's gonna be interesting. Taco trying to clip into...
Be careful.
There we go. Going out of bounds.
Everything all right?
Inside castle. Very interesting for sure.
That's the way.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Zarek's going to be working on. Like, what does he work on? Right now, the only goal that's not... I mean, 69 pictures is the only one that neither team has started at this point. So he just, like, you just need to go and hope that... Yeah, Lionel, giant horse. Yeah. Yeah, Maple Mark creatures, Jason is, it's in discussion right now. Because we only have 7 mounts, and that's what I had. He also had the Buck and Doe mounts. Okay, we both missed that.
Well done, Link.
Okay. I did not see that, but... yeah, it would make the most sense for Zarek to go for castle or gut check. And it looks like he's going towards castle. So... yeah, now... Okay. Alright, it has been confirmed that 9 mounts have happened.
If you're here to...
Alright, so Taco has a head start. Taco has 4 Castle Koroks. So if Zarek goes a little bit faster, might be able to snipe this from Taco. Yeah, Castle Koroks can be really tricky if you don't know where the inside ones are. Yeah, Maple did a really great job routing that. For sure, tying that all in. And it's very much needed. All right. Alright, Zarek is going underneath the castle to get... There's a Korok or 2 under here. I only have 1 Korok. They do have the Zora armor, so it's going to make traversing castle a little bit easier, especially if they're not super comfortable doing wind bombs in castle. Wind bombs in castle can be very precarious. Alright, so Crumpet is now doing gut check. I didn't see if they finished one. Yeah, I've been trying to keep track too, Jason. It's hard. It's hard. Jason's much better at keeping track. But I think this is Crumpet's first attempt at doing this. Yeah, I think this is the first one, given what he's picking up. And yeah, Taco's now getting the one at the top of the spire, which I think is a good choice for the Castle Korok. Zarek is now in the Castletown ruins. I hope Zarek knows that those Koroks do not count. The Castletown ruin ones are technically central, and they're not. And Taco now has 6 Castle Koroks. Do not count towards this goal. It has to be within the castle. And yeah, Maple's just continuing on with Meadow. And Crumpet's still just continuing on with the gut check. Taco has been doing a pretty decent job of avoiding these guardians. Like, relatively well. And good. It was a good idea to pick up a couple of the ancient arrows. Gets a couple of them out of your way. So. Alright, and that's the first one, yeah, because you only need 100. So that's the first one. The second one, you need 300 rupees. And it is rough. It is rough to get. Okay, Zarek is now back inside the castle. Taco's pretty close though. Taco only needs 4 more. So yeah, I think he got one of the central ones. So we're definitely gonna have to make sure that yes, today's board is very transcribed. Very nice color scheme. It's a very calming color scheme. Oh, Zarek getting sniped by 2 guardians. That's frustrating. But yeah, Taco, we're a very washed out French flag. French flag that has been through the washer one too many times. Also true.
There are 2?
Alright. Taco just needs a couple more Koroks. He's so close. So close. Alright, and Maple Saber also getting close to the end with Meadow. We're seeing some more casual strats. Got the map. Oh, Taco! Game over! No! Alright. Crumpet is now working on the second gut check challenge. Going for a little bit more of a casual strat, which I think is smart. Lots of stam up food. I think what we saw in the last bingo, where one of the runners was trying to wind bomb and they kept going just slightly out of bounds and it would have to restart. So, yeah, I think Crumpet probably heard the rumors that, like, if you're going to be doing like super gut check, you better go with like lots of stamp food, because otherwise you just run out of time. You need too many rupees, and you need to know where the high ones are. There are a couple. And Taco again getting killed. Moblin, Taco. And Zarek also had a game over. It looks like. I mean, this is what makes the Castle Koroks a challenge. Just all of the guardians. It's so easy to get sniped. We're seeing lots of safety saves from Zarek, which I don't blame them. It's rough. Yeah, and Crumpet's going through these. Got 100 rupees, so only needs that last one. So got it. So oh, that's beautiful. GG Crumpet. That was very smooth. Very smooth. Very smooth. And Zarek got another death lead. Yeah, just Castle can be so tricky and frustrating to deal with. Yeah. Alright. So that is now 12 to 10. Taco just needs to get a couple more Koroks. And that's it. Don't know why he's leaving the area though. Maybe to get a slightly better, to get to the beginning. Because there are a couple of Koroks like right underneath. That are kind of close to the beginning. That are Castle Koroks. So, by my count, he only needs 4 more. So... But Maple is just about done with Windblight. Trying to see where Zarek is. Zarek keeps getting sniped by these poor guardians. Got some iframes. I don't think he lost any hearts with that one. And got behind the tree just in time. So that was pretty impressive. Alright. Is Taco attempting this one again? No, okay, never mind. The lagging made it a little bit hard to see exactly. Yeah, going for the ones by the gate, it's not a bad idea. Unfortunately for him, it is raining, which just makes this 10 times more difficult. Trying to deal with the castle and the rain is just, so frustrating. So frustrating. But there are quite a few towards the front of the gate. He only needs 4 more and that's it. Crumpet now looking to probably do Meadow. Yeah, if Maple struggles getting the 20 targets in the flight minigame, like, I think Crumpet might have a chance. Because the 20 targets can be very tough. It's a very tight time frame, for sure. I can't pick up any of the food. Got in there too fast. But yeah, Taco's just... Yeah, this just goes to show that like the 10 Koroks can be fast if you know where they are. If you don't know where they are, it can be a little challenging. Can be a little challenging. No one is working on pictures, Mrs. Spock. No one is working on pictures. Okay. There is... I'm pretty sure that there is a Korok right where he was at. Just gotta look up. I believe there's an acorn. Yeah, there's no one working on pictures. We've got a fight for the 20 targets, which I think, oh, you didn't get the heart. I didn't realize that if you didn't get the heart, it just sat on the outside. Interesting. Alright, Taco's still looking for these last couple. Zarek is still... Yeah, we gotta fight for the 20 targets, and we've got to fight for the 10 Castle Koroks. Alright. That should be 7? Yep, that's 7 for Taco. Just needs 3 more. So close. So close. Yeah. It might. It might if Zarek is a little bit more adept at the Castle Koroks. Taco's been working on this for a while now. Having some troubles with it. They've both been having some trouble. Zarek has been... Pretty sure Zarek did get a central right off the castle. This can be a really tricky one if you don't know where the Koroks are. Taco did not get the camera, but Taco does have a warp and hat now. I don't know if he's talked to Impa though. So... Does Maple know that you need to get the bow? You need to get the bow or else the flight range minigame is not there. Don't ask me how I know that. Totally never had that happen. But yeah, you do need the bow. Alright, Crumpet is now heading for the first time to go do Meadow. I didn't see how many Koroks Zarek had. Pausing and unpausing too fast. Where are these Koroks? This can just be so frustrating. It's just so frustrating. Taco only needs 3. And like I said, I'm surprised he didn't just go to the Spire, which he did. But there's like a couple you can just fly down to from that point. Yeah, I also need to talk to Tiba song. So, Teba, I don't know. But you also need to talk to his son. Yeah. I think one of them is central, so we're gonna have to confirm that if it comes down to it. I think Taco's in a better place, but I don't know. They're both struggling. And that was a crash at my house. My apologies. My calendar just fell down. Sorry. Very, very, surprising. I wonder if Zarek's giving up and just going to pictures. No one's attempted to do pictures. So, it might be a good idea. Taco only needs a couple more. So close. He's just so close. And that's what's going to end the game. Or end the match. I think, or yeah, maybe leave the Castle Koroks for Maple. But Maple's working on... I thought Maple would be working on the 20 flight range, but I think they're having trouble figuring out how to start it. Oh, Zarek's getting an egg for the egg Korok. Okay. I thought that there's an egg right next to it. I think if you go behind a little thing that there's a nest with eggs. Okay. Yeah. There's an egg right there. They provide you with an egg, which is very nice. It is quite nice. And Paco's like trying to get his bearings for where some of these Koroks are. It's just... That's what makes this goal so tricky, is if you don't know where they are. And you have to be familiar with, like, what level they're in, if they're not immediately outside. Oh, there's another one. Is he running out of arrows? I never thought to use bombs if you run out of arrows. This is a good one to do the bombs, though. One more, just one more. Alright. That should be 8. That's 8, so he just needs 2 more. 2 more. Crumpet's still working on doing the Divine Beast. Maple's still trying to figure out. There we go. Yeah, you have to, like, fully complete the quest and you have to get the bow. I don't think he lifted the rock on the ledge across from that. I could be wrong, though. That might have been one that he did, one of his first couple before he left and then did other things.
Phew. Huh?
Alright, going up towards here, towards the middle. Yeah, there is a Korok here. Gonna attempt this one again. A little bit easier now that there's not a Guardian. Oh no, there is a Guardian, I lied. But he has a couple more bow options. Trying to get a couple of shots off before the Guardian hits. There he goes! Finally, GG Taco on that one. Just needs one more Korok now. One more. That's 8. And I think... I don't think he shot... I don't think he got one of the ones on the front gate. I know that he was struggling with that one earlier, so GG's for that. Alright, Maple is now at the flight range. I'm getting ready to start to do that side quest. Yeah, there should be one right here that Taco can get pretty easily. I'm trying to jump over the malice and ugh. Failing. Getting over that malice is tricky. Alright. Need one more. Just trying to do a quick wind bomb. He's just gotta find one more Korok. So close. He's so close. Alright. Unfortunately, Maple is struggling to, like, with the hearts, running out of food. Alright. And that'll be 10 Koroks, and that'll be GG for this match at 2:03. GG's. What a match. What a match. We'll wait for our runners to come in and chat with us, but wow. This was quite the match for sure. And we'll see if any of our runners want to interview. But wow, this was close for so much of it. GG's.
GG's.
Waiting for... There we go. GG's.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh, what a match.
That was such a close game.
It was really close. You guys actually didn't have a whole lot working at the same time, except for the 10 castle Koroks towards the end and the flight range.
It was odd because it felt very slow, like a
Yeah.
co-op sort of speed, but we were even the entire game.
Yeah. I mean, there wasn't even a rush for the game over. I think you tried to go for it a little bit, Taco, but you got there. You started doing it a little bit later. But yeah, both teams kind of went and did their own things, so
Yeah.
it kept it close. Taco.
I nearly had to leave at one point.
But Taco, the 10 castle Koroks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry you had to witness that. It's been a long time. It has been a long time since I have gotten castle Koroks.
I mean, that's another one that Zarek was starting to work on, but Zarek was also struggling with the castle Koroks.
Yeah, because it's when you know where they are, it's by far the fastest one.
Yeah.
But when you don't know where they are, you can't use the object map because it doesn't work because everything's underground. And I already knew that, so I wasn't really trying to use the object map, but that didn't help me in any way because I still didn't know where they were.
Yeah, it's one of those ones, if you know where they're at, it's not too bad, but if you're trying to rely on the map, it might get you in the general idea, but you might have to snake around underground a little bit to actually get to it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I told Maple, I was like, I hate Easter egg hunting. And he was like, oh, you're doing Koroks? I was like, no, I'm looking for eggs. And he's like, why are you looking for eggs? I need one for a Korok!
Well, that Korok, there's actually eggs nearby.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's right
Where
behind right behind something, there's a little nest with a couple of eggs.
I see it. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I just found it. I was like, there's no trees in here. Birds don't live in here.
Well, we thought, I thought when you warped away that you were maybe giving up on it and going to go for the 69 compendium picks. But then we saw you went to Plateau.
Right. Speaking of 69 compendium picks, was that a thing that you were actively doing?
No one
or was it
did
just
that.
not?
Nope.
Okay.
No one touched that. No one even got the camera.
I mean, I did not want to take 69 pictures.
It's not as bad as you would think.
It's really not that bad.
I would argue that it's pretty bad.
I did it in our last match. That was one of the last ones, and it really wasn't that terrible.
It's not level 25, but I don't want to do it.
I mean, that's fair, but yeah, no one was working on it. That was one goal that neither team touched at all. So yeah. What was the other thing that I wanted to talk about? Yeah, the creamy heart soup took a while. I thought for sure Maple was gonna get that because you were in Hatno so early. And you only need to hit Gerudo Desert for the other two things.
You just have to be also over there.
So I was surprised you didn't get that one.
Though I guess you said you haven't played much bingo, and that is kind of a niche thing. So I don't know.
I had a really crazy moment of mad excitement into really sad because I was doing the mounts and I got the Lord of the Mountain happen to appear. But I went for it and didn't have enough stamina, so I completely missed out on it.
Yeah, we saw that, and that was heartbreaking.
Oh, you do have to tame it for it to count.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to.
That we did not do that because I think that would have been done wrong.
Yeah, you have to tame it for it to count if it's tameable. Now, if Sidon and Tiba, you just have to ride them once and that counts. And for the Lionel, I think you just have to do one mounted attack on it and that counts. But if it's tameable, it has to be tamed for it to count. So, other one, the tough elixir, looking for that beetle.
I don't know if you noticed, but at the very beginning, I died to some wind bomb or something, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back to stasis and I was like, oh, well, I can just get the beetle now
Mm-hmm.
because I need a beetle anyway. But I just forgot that it's an attack beetle, which is obvious because it's the any % beetle.
Mm-hmm.
But I just didn't think about it until I was going to cook it. And I was like, wait a minute, this is the wrong beetle.
Yeah.
And I looked around in next to the fair and stable because I saw it on the object map there, but I could not find it anywhere.
That one is tough to get. Apparently,
Tough.
Squirrel says that one spawns south of Lurlin. But it's not a static one. It's a dynamic one, so it doesn't come up on the object map. So that was a new one, and I think Jason says he likes to go to Riverside Staple. That there's one that spawns there sometimes.
Okay.
So
I did find it weird. I thought that Beetle sold one, but I went to look at all of his stuff, and he just doesn't.
No, he doesn't sell
Yeah.
any of the Beetles. He wants to hoard them all
that
for
makes
himself.
sense. Right. Yeah, I forgot
That's what I
that
think.
was like Beetle's thing.
He wants all the Beetles for himself. He doesn't want to share. But what was the other? I saw Take Back the Sea happen pretty early.
Yeah,
Taco.
I was
Why?
actually very proud of myself for that because I wanted to go to Farron anyway because I was going to go kill a black Hinox afterwards. I just forgot to do that and went in the opposite direction.
Right.
But I mainly did it so early because I knew where it was.
Right.
And so I knew I could do it quickly since I already knew where it was. Plus, Sunken Treasure was right there. So I just boated over after getting that.
Yeah. That worked really well. That those two goals play nicely together for sure. But Crumpet, I want to say GG's on the Super Gut Check Challenge.
I was in a shambles that entire game. That was not my proudest moment.
But like you got it.
You did it relatively quickly comparatively to every time that I have ever heard of someone doing the Gut Check Challenge.
We had a team. Yeah, we had a team last week or the week before. A Phantom Empire. I remember because Shadow came in and like sniped it from whoever was doing it. They spent like almost 40 minutes trying to get that goal.
Okay.
And then Shadow came in and just had a bunch of stam food and was able to snipe it from them, and that was that was rough.
That was you. Something I mentioned was get stamina food because you need it.
Because even I can't remember who they were. Yeah, Pancake Turtle. Pancake Turtle spent 40 minutes and had Rivali and thought that was going to be enough, but like it really does come down to the stam food for the Super Gut Check for sure. So GG's on that. I was like biting my nails like we're you.
I didn't read the dialogue at first because I thought, oh, climb funny cliff, yes, and then realized after I'd made it to the top with like 89 rupees, I need 100 of these, and then had to redo it, but that was alright. Once I'd actually read what I was doing, I think I just get it from there.
You got it pretty fast, so that was really nice.
We'll never speak about the 15 Akala Koroks ever again, though.
Why not? Like, I thought it looked like it went pretty smooth. Did you not think that?
No, I was literally very anxious for because I was in the VC with Taco and I was like, I don't know what this looks like. I'm struggling with children's puzzles.
No, it looked like
3 separate times that he was like, wait, how do I do this? I see it, but I can't figure it out.
Yeah, the Koroks can be a little bit tricky for sure, but it didn't look like you were struggling. So it just it was like, okay, where's like the next one?
Yeah, they are pretty spread out in Akala.
Yeah. Unless you get unless you concentrate on the ones around the tower, I think there's like 6 or 7 that you can get
I
pretty
actually
easily.
said specifically to not do that though, because it's
That's
sort
fair.
of the castle situation that you can't use the map as easily with the
Right.
with the tower quirks.
Yeah. But yeah, if you don't get the ones around the tower, they are kind of spread out, so that does make it a little bit more challenging for sure. But who did the shrine quest, and was that Maple? Maple, did you did the shrine quest in Korok Forest? Why? That's what I want to know.
To be
Wait, that was
completely honest,
the shrine quest you did?
Yeah. I have
Oh
no
my
idea.
goodness.
It was sort of. I went to Woodland Tower thinking I might do gut check rock for the quest, and I decided, oh, Korok Forest is really close. Maybe I should go there.
Yeah,
So-
we were just thinking that like there's got to be faster ones than the Korok Forest. So it was fun to see the Korok. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? You had the Woodland Tower, and you're right next to it, but.
After the 2 side quests that you did, were you going for side quests then?
I was thinking about doing the side quests, alright, because I had gotten Moglaton and I was going to do the Cass one just to like the north of that, and then get another one somewhere along the way. But I had gone for the Birdman challenge first, the gliding minigame.
Right. I got really worried when you'd marked those that you were going to beat me to it, so I just went really fast to do that.
Yeah, you sniped me on the Forgotten Temple one because I think I'd gone to Risho first to get something. I forget what I was going to Risho for. I think it was just for the warp point, and then I was going to get Forgotten Temple, and then you got it, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, the beginning was very scary.
I was pretty proud of the Forgotten Temple one because I remember that there was a lot of Guardians in there, but there was one point when there was like 6 or 7 of them all targeting me at one time. I was like, oh, this was not a good idea. And just kind of got lucky. I still remember one specific moment where I almost got shot and like had the thought to put away my paraglider for a second to dodge it, and that was stressful.
It's funny, when I go in the Forgotten Temple, it's such a relaxing experience because I just walk forward and succeed.
Yeah, it looks really scary at first, but if you just glide and just glide and jump over that one little hump, it's very rarely get hit. But yeah, I definitely agree with Squirrel with like at the beginning it looked like both teams were working on very different goals, so it didn't really get tense until the end when it was you both kind of working on those last couple of goals.
Yeah.
But it seems like you were sniped with Forgotten Temple, which we wouldn't have thought given where you were at the time.
Yeah. I don't know if you did notice, I was sniped on Guardian Laser.
Yes.
Pretty quickly. Because I went
Other
and got
than that,
items first.
Yeah, I thought for sure that like usually with Guardian Laser, people go straight for it. So when you were picking up the items, I was like, okay, maybe they just decided not to go for it. But then I saw you warp out right after they had clicked it, so I was like,
I don't really know why I decided to do that because I wouldn't get an autosave.
Yeah.
Well, the nice thing about it too is as soon as you die, you just get taken right back to the Temple of Time. So then you can just immediately start grabbing items.
Yeah.
Who was doing the flight range minigame at the end?
No one.
Crumpet was working on.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Crumpet was working on doing Meadow, but had like just gotten to Meadow by the time you were like you were already trying to do the mini game. So you had a way advantage with that one.
Well, I had a massive problem with it because I thought it would be smooth sailing until you have to actually pick up the Great Eagle Bow to get Heather to go over there again, and I spent 10 to 15 minutes not realizing this.
I saw and I was just like, I wonder if he knows that you need the Great Eagle Bow. Not that I totally haven't done that, because I'm a professional. But no, totally. It doesn't make sense that you would need to pick up the Grady Wool bow. It's not a trigger that seems intuitive. But yeah, I saw you running around. I was like, you need the bow. I wanted to just type. You need the bow. You need the bow. So, any other comments from our runners?
GG's.
Yeah,
good game. And good luck with the rest of the competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I think we have next one is Saturday, April 1st at 8 p.m. is going to be the Bird Allegiance versus Sponsor Us Raising Canes, which is the winner's bracket. And then Sunday, April 2nd at 2 a.m. Eastern is going to be Pepperfin versus Sneaky Snakes, which is another loser bracket round. But yeah, thanks again to our runners and to Jason for restreaming as always. Jason, do we have a raid destination?
We do indeed have a raid destination. The Wash Hundoers player, Mr. Pancake Turtle, is currently live. He is playing Elden Ring, however. But we're going to go throw him some support. His opponent for the 4th round winners bracket match has not been determined yet. That'll be determined by the Bird Allegiance versus Sponsor Us Raising Canes. So we'll know soon. But let's go throw him some support, and I hope to see you all here. Oh, also, for those who are interested, we, in addition to our tournament play here for bingo, we also do fun co-op stuff. So if you would like to participate in our co-op fun bingos, we also have some regular races too as well. Not tournament related, but if you want to join us for those, please join the Discord and we can get you set up so that you can participate with us. And also, some people may have heard that there's this little video game coming out in May called Tears of the Kingdom. And we're also going to be, shortly after it comes out, we're going to probably start putting together bingo goals for that. So if you want to be in on the ground floor helping us with bingo goals for Tears of the Kingdom, join us. So anyway, we have lots of bingo stuff, Zelda related. So come and join us. And yeah, with that, we're going to say goodbye and go join Mr. Pancake Turtle. Have a wonderful day.